Hello, and welcome to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Turning the Page. This is a new series that we started during Women's History Month back in March. And I am so excited and so proud to bring a good friend, a champion of the Chamber, our Women's Business Council's chairwoman, board member, Miss Lynda V. Harris, and is going to talk about a book that she has written. One thing I know about her, book does not pertain to her. So without further ado, we're going to bring in Miss Lynda V. Harris.
Hey, Eric, thank you so much for having me at our version of the red top table or the red tabletop. This is our version of it.
Okay, there you go. There you go. For real, for real.
Yes.
So I know you definitely got the skinny forum, as you said, our version of the red table talk or the tabletop. So, you've been in this financial world for a long time, and you've seen many different iterations of wealth building and the lack of. And in our community, we even talk about it back and growing up. You see the folks with the Cadillacs used to be the deal.
Yes.
Coupe de Ville or deuce and a quarter. Everybody had to have that fly ride, but they were living in an apartment.
Yes.
Cadillac was or a Lincoln Continental, and they're living in an apartment, a one bedroom or whatever it may have been. So you've written this book, Fabulously Fake and Beautifully Broke: How to Stop Faking Financial Prosperity and Develop Wealth Building Skills. It's the Kindle edition. So let's folks know who you are first of all before we get into this book. I know we go back a good ways, but thank God, for His blessings and His mercies. We don't look at what we've been through, and here we are today. And I just want to thank you for your support of the Chamber, being a board member and being the chairwoman of the Women's Business Council, and all that you bring to help grow our Black business community, because it as they say, it takes a village to raise a kid, but it really takes a village for us to grow the village. It takes everyone in that village working together, and that's what it is. Maybe that's another conversation we should be having.
You're right.
When I say it takes a village to, that's another conversation that, again, that we should be having in our community, and how do we work together to move our community forward. But right now we're talking about, again, fabulously fake and beautifully broke. But tell the folks who Lynda Harris is.
Okay, so Lynda Harris is an original 305 girl. Lynda Harris is from Opelika, Florida. Lynda Harris has seen the transformation of Miami with the sleepy South Beach to the sexy South Beach. We've seen the transformation of Little Haiti to the shopping mecca it is. Lynda Harris has been a financial advisor for over 27 years. I am a property owner. I am a developer. I have seen so many things in Miami, and especially as a financial advisor, Eric, you mentioned how far back we go. And I think the difference in what made me want to write this book is we had these dreams. Remember when you used to see a car pass by and you would go, "That's my car," or "That's the car I'm gonna get."
Oh yeah, that's my car.
Exactly. But the difference is we knew we had to work for it. At least in our immediate group, we knew nothing came free. We were not as big on instant gratification. And so as I'm going through this career as a financial advisor, I am still shocked that people don't understand you can't spend more than you take in. You have to plan for your future. Miami is such a sexy town. It's such an incestuous town. It can get you sucked up. It's different than LA. It's different than New York. It's something about Miami that makes you just want to look the part and act the part, even though you're not even about that type of life.
Right.
So I say, you show me a woman's friends, I'll show you her future. And so I
Okay.
wrote the book, and I have different characters, and I bet you, Eric, you will see yourself, each woman, because it's more geared toward women. You know, that's my sweet spot, financial planning for women.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
got the mixed up
Right.
millennial. I have Mr. and Mrs. Perfect. I have the female executive that wants to create zip code envy. I have the young woman that used to be the ex rock star but don't realize somebody turned 21 every year. And I have the woman that has a thinks a man is a plan. And I think the biggest thing about the book is I give solutions. So you may see yourself at some part of your life in the book, but I
Right.
also give advice and solutions.
Well, when I'm listening to you,
Uh-huh.
I just saw a Tyler Perry movie. I'm
I love it.
serious. When you describe all of those various scenarios and lifestyles,
Hmm.
and Lifetime, one of those Lifetime movies,
Ooh,
you need to really start thinking about that. How do you take this book and convert it into a screenplay? Because this thing is real, what you're talking about. As I'm
absolutely.
listening to you, even know why my mind is going here.
But you
But
know, Eric, there's so many TV shows on now that show you and glorify spending money, right? You got the housewives, you got
oh yeah,
how a millionaire, you got millionaire matchmaker, you got $1 million home sales, you got so many shows that glorify a designer lifestyle and how to spend money and growing up hip hop. I mean, you name it.
right.
But I can't think of one, maybe there is, that's on that shows you how to, that discusses, that drills down on creating wealth,
Yeah.
becoming a
No,
millionaire, generational wealth building, you know?
absolutely. No, you're right. And maybe we're hitting on something here. But where I was going,
Uh-huh.
and like I said, I don't know what maybe even think about this other than the conversation that we're having. You're talking about fabulously fake and beautifully broke. But the thing about it is that prey on people. And one thing that's hit me in my head, is rent a wheel. Why the hell would you rent some rims to
Only
show?
Miami.
It's a crazy thing that as they used to say, keeping up with the Joneses. And so we get stuck in that. And so, what would you say are our biggest challenges in our community when it comes to that?
I believe it's passing down bad financial habits generation after generation after generation. If we don't talk about our stock portfolio at the kitchen table, if we don't talk about, when your child wants that new pair of Jordans, I believe Nike makes it. Let's talk about the raw cost of it. Do you own the stock? Go look at the stock symbol. Give me the 52-week high and low. Let's start those conversations. Every workshop I do with young children, Eric, or young adults, you should see their eyes blow up. They want to learn about
Right?
this. They just need access. They need someone to sit down and show them. There's something called the stock market game. I'm going to tell you, if you're not in equities at some point in your life, if you're all in cash, we talked about that with Hill Harper. Every day you wake up, you're getting poorer. We have to talk about creating wealth. Um, I know women these days that don't leave the house without getting what we call their face beat. They hire a makeup artist for every event at 75, 125 a pop.
Wow.
It's so many things that we don't know. And one of the bad things about people of color is if we have never heard about it, we think it don't exist.
Right.
We hear this thing, I ain't never heard about that, and then we take advice from the streets and they
Right.
say, and mama them. But
Yeah.
are those people demonstrating? So
And
yeah, I can go on and on.
yeah, and the point that you bring, I remember growing up and, my grandmother raised me and my mom, and it was, they would say, well, save your money, but they didn't tell you what that meant, and,
Yeah.
and that, I don't really remember anyone saying invest your money.
And that's
Um,
something.
yeah. And so, I'm looking at some notes that I have from your book, and
Mhm.
it says we'll take a look at the parts played by genetic nature versus environmental nature in our financial decisions. What do you mean by that?
So we talked about Miami. So it's everybody we're born. Nobody knows about Gucci or Prada at the age of 3. Is it our environment that we're around, such as Miami, such as the sexy lifestyle, the stars, the jets, the Porsches, the Bentleys? Is it environment, or are we born with the Jeff Bezos that don't mind looking like a bum, but really sit down in their garage and want to invent something? There's a term called the makers and the takers. Are makers really made? Are they born? Or is it the environment? I personally believe it's environment. Like I said, you show me a person's friends, I'll show you their future. If
Yeah,
you're hanging around mall walkers, you're going to be a mall walker. All my friends, they always say, Linda, you planning. I'm always planning something. Um, and I know pretty much where I'm going to be probably till October, unless an emergency comes up. I know where my investments are. Um, so I believe it's environment. I really do.
absolutely. Your environment definitely dictates a lot of how you react and the
Mhm.
things that you do. Um, how do we change that mindset? And and the thing about we talk about environment, and we
Mhm.
all come from different walks of life, and we all have different, experiences. But there are those who find themselves moving beyond that and understanding that it's not just what's in front of you that will move you, and that you have to. When I say it's not just what's in front of you, that being that environment, but expanding your mind beyond what's in front of you.
I'm going to put probably 70% of the blame on the individual. Now, this may be a little controversial, but I'll take it.
Hmm.
You have to, that word ask, A is for ask, S is for seek, and K is for knock. There's no reason why every day you wake up, if you want something bad enough, you will work towards it every single day. There's a lot of good old fashioned lazy people that want that microwave lifestyle and want something for nothing. Eric, I know how hard you work.
Hmm.
People think that gala comes together automatically. You start planning a year in advance. So
Right.
if you don't go out there, get what you want, they won't let you at the table. Create your own table. Our Women's Business Council, we've created our own table. We do business amongst, within, with each other. Um, the internet is out there. We're knocking down the excuses. You follow me? There's nobody
Right.
that can stop me from buying a plot of land, researching on how to build, partnering with somebody like our construction committee member, Ann McNeil. We are doing it amongst ourselves. So I'm going to put 80% blame on us. You can't be
Right.
lazy. They're not giving it to us. with
Right.
the help of organizations like the Chamber. Go get it.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, and again, and I don't want to go in this direction, but I'm gonna kind of
Okay.
throw it out there. Well, like you said, 70% of the blame is on us, but at the same time, the challenges we have amongst one of another in moving forward, and we get somewhat disenamored with trying to move forward because you may reach out to someone and they're not there for you. And speak about that a little bit about how do you find those individuals that will help you move those ideas forward, move your financial future forward.
Find somebody that's demonstrating. For me, there's 7 of us in our family, 5 girls and 2 boys. I looked at which brother-in-law was the richest, which one was doing the most, and that's who I gravitated toward. Find a mentor. Find somebody
Nice.
that's demonstrating. Now, I hear, because we've had a lot of events with the different generations, and one of the feedback I get is mentors are hard to find. They don't want to work with you. But what I found is if you're trying yourself, then most people that's quote made it, they want to help
Right.
because that's how you create legacy. But you can't come to me and it's one-sided. So to answer your question, find somebody that's demonstrating, and I will bet you they will want to help you, especially if you're helping yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point to what you just said. You can't come just one side with your hand out. You got to bring something to the conversation, to the process as well. Um, Mentorship. Is it ever? Are you ever too old to find a mentor?
Oh, heck no. Back in the day when we would ask our young children, and you ask a little girl or boy, what do you want to be in life? And they say a firefighter, a policeman. These days, Eric, it's 5 different things. People are reinventing themselves. They're recreating themselves, what, every decade now? I have a background in civil engineering. I have a real estate office and license, insurance. I bought land. I'm a landlord. I'm a builder. I'm a finance. I got so many hats. So these days we don't use the word retirement in the financial industry. It's the new phase in life. So
Right.
when I'm 60, 50, 59, 62, heck, I may want to, I don't know, be a singer. So I'm going to go find somebody that's singing around. Not that I can sing, but that doesn't mean anything. Um, you reinvent yourself. You're never too old to find a new mentor. And the minute you think you know everything, you've just done yourself a disservice. This world is so beautiful and big and diverse, and so many things we haven't tried. Keep an open mind. Anything you want to do, find somebody that's doing it and do it. No, you're not
Absolutely.
too old. No.
And let me reverse this now
Okay.
in terms of being an older person and finding a younger mentor because
Mm.
obviously we're in this technology age, et cetera, et cetera. So talk about that a little bit.
Oh, amen. I listen. On our Women's Business Council, we just added 2 millennials to bring in that demographic and to also show us what we don't know. Again, the minute you think you know it all, this world is changing. You have just did yourself a disservice. So I surround myself as well with our younger people because they definitely keep me what do they call it, the new, keep me involved in the new, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
In one of my chapters in the book, Eric, I have the perfect couple, the one that throw the perfect party,
Right.
that have 2 foreign cars, the ones that fight over money, the ones that combined make $500,000, but really can't put their hands on 10 grand. That is a mind shift that I'm hoping once you read the book, you'll realize. And I outlined some steps that if you're not doing, you may want to consider. I've
Right.
outlined some things that pitfalls you should avoid. So I'm just really, really excited about it. And now you got me thinking about a Tyler Perry movie.
I'm serious, man. It's there to do, and you got, and I don't have to tell you. You think big, and sometimes we don't see within ourselves what others see. And so I'm telling you, when I'm listening to you talk about the book and talk about all those different individuals or families, I
Mhm.
definitely see a story there that could be done. So if someone wanted to get in touch with you, wanted to get the book, let us know how we can do that.
Absolutely. You can go on my website, www.lynda with the Y, Lynda V Harris.com. You can call my office at 305-825-1444. And I'll be happy to. If you have any speaking engagements, I love to talk, especially about money. And I love to empower, and I love to share the knowledge and wisdom and the mistakes that I've made. I'm happy to do that as well, Eric.
You know, we're working on some things, and you're making me think. And I mean, we're here, having this interview, but obviously coming up is our little black dress and pearls. And we've been talking about speakers. I don't know, you might need to be the speaker to wake up some
Ooh,
folks.
ooh. I don't want to be self-serving, but I will definitely.
I know, I'm serious because I mean, we were going through this process of finding national speaker, but the one thing we don't do is enough is promote our own. And I'm serious when I listen to you talk about these different scenarios and different lifestyle challenges that we have. I think you bring a wealth of knowledge, and that's just my 2 cents on that.
Thank
I'm a big Lynda V. Harris fan, and
you. Right
so
back.
and I mean even just the little thing that you just said, www.linda Linda with a Y Harris vharris.com, not Linda Harris at gmail.com. you know, I really, we got a lot of folks who are in business and they're whatever the name of their business at Gmail. They don't have their own web, their own email per se from a business perspective, and those little things make a difference
They
from my
really, really
perspective.
do. They do.
So,
Thank you.
absolutely. So, I want to thank you for sharing this, and I know there are many other books inside you that you will be coming up with. So, again, let folks know how they can get in touch with you.
Absolutely. www.lindavharris.com. That's Linda with a Y. And my office is 305-825-1444.
Thank you, Linda. This is Eric Knowles, president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, and this has been Turning the Pages. And we had our guest speaker, our author, Miss Lynda V. Harris, fabulously fake and beautifully broke, how to build
Absolutely.
prosperity and develop wealth building skills on the Kindle edition. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Eric. Have a good one.
See you. All right, you too.